Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I know the minister has several of these to go through. I'll save time and speak to them if you give me permission, Mr. Speaker. Indonesia, India, Brazil, I have no difficulties. I'm really hoping, though, that the approvals of these reciprocal agreements, while I know will certainly enhance our CIP power of our passport, but I'm also hoping they're going to come with a strategic relationship, meaning that we're looking to invite Indians, Indonesians, and Brazilians to invest in St. Lucia. I know that Brazil has had an embassy here for some time. And likewise, I hope that we're going to do things to facilitate solutions to be able to go to those countries. But I have to say, Mr. Speaker, that the decision to go with Georgia and Serbia at this point are a little bit concerning to the opposition, Mr. Speaker. You know, we've been waiting for the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the member from Labrie, to maybe be a little bit less of an economist and maybe a bit more as a Minister of Foreign Affairs. Because we have some critical issues that are affecting us right now, Mr. Speaker. There are clearly a lot of speculation and trepidation that's taking place with regards to what is happening with the United States and also with what's happening in the EU and our Schengen visa. I know last time it appeared that I jumped the gun to say that the EU had already made a decision. What I was trying to say is that the EU was putting steps in place in order to make decisions about the issuance of Schengen visa quicker. So in essence, they had gone to Parliament or going to Parliament on September 13th to consider a proposal that a committee of the EU can make a decision about whether, in fact, to keep or revoke Schengen visas to states they may have concerns with. I bring up Georgia and Serbia in particular, Mr. Speaker, because the member spoke about their closeness to Europe. They're only physically close to Europe. In fact, Serbia, if I'm not mistaken, has applied to become a member of the EU since 2009 and have not, to date, Mr. Speaker, been successful. In fact, when you go through articles and you read reports, you'll see that the Western countries in particular have had concerns about the rule of law governments and the authenticity of documentation that's coming out of those countries. And these are the exact same things, Mr. Speaker, that the US government and the Europeans and the British have all alluded to with regards to the CIP programs in the OECS countries. And we recently saw what happened in Grenada, which didn't have anything to do with CIP. It was all to do with their stance on Cuba. We've also seen the US in the last 48 hours, Mr. Speaker, take away waivers that St. Lucians, Dominicans, Antiguans, and Kittians benefit from. And we've lost those. And there's a suggestion by many that there is a further action being taken place. I think if I read correctly, that the US was contemplating putting on a bond for persons who are going to be applying for a US visa from the CIP countries of the OECS. I say that because I'm wondering whether in fact that was considered in this, and whether in fact we're only exposing ourselves further, because we're really saying now that Serbians and Georgians can come to St. Lucia visa-free. That's not what you're saying? A visa waiver.
It's for a particular category, no?
Diplomats and normal passports.
No, official passports.
Only official passports. Fair enough. Okay. My apologies. Okay, I read it that it was diplomatic passports, and when I said official passports, I interpreted it as being our standard passport. So this is only for diplomats. Okay. Then I have no reservations on supporting this bill on diplomats. But it's something that we need to be very concerned, and I'm hoping that the minister, will give us a report very soon on what is taking place with the Schengen visa and also the US visas, and whatever discussions he's had with the British as well. Thank you.